Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Friday, April 4th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 14 of 2025, and in my neck of the woods, it is currently 78 degrees with a high of 85 and a low of 66. Welcome to my broadcast. I am here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles, and laughs, and the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. Now, that means I show you what I'm doing. I demonstrate how I'm doing it, and I talk about why I did what I did. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always delightful. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who see this broadcast after the fact. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who'll see this broadcast when I download it into my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. Let's see who's popped in. Jonah, hello. Oh, number one. Tam, Maggie. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Happy Friday to one and all. Oh, Julie, hello. All right. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you're so inclined. Please share this broadcast while I'm broadcasting. Thank you so much for your support. All right. So how is everybody doing today? Win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say draw. It's been quiet. Maggie, draw. Oh, Jonah, win. Tell, what's your win? Who else, guys? Win, lose, or draw? Oh, your rhinestones came in today. Oh. There you go. Julie Wynn, been coloring all evening. Janie Wynn on vacation until the 16th. Whoa. I would call that a huge win. Tam says Win got the book Symphony of Cute Animals. Mine is coming in on Monday. Let me double check that. Yeah, Monday. Monday, Monday, da 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 dum. Oh yeah, Maggie, let me get that. Maggie, I'll get you the other book as well. Give me a moment. Okay, I just sent it. And then I'm going to send you Romantic Country, which is the other book we're getting thanks to Angie. So both books are coming in Monday. Jonah, we have been in a tornado warning all afternoon and evening. Got taken away. We're in a flood alert. Sounds like weather we had a couple days ago. Julie, how's your weather been in Scotland? Okay, so the projects we're working on tonight. Celebrating St. Patrick's Day Jubilee. We are making great progress at this. Unseasonably warm, 15 degrees Celsius. What is 15 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
That would be 59 degrees Fahrenheit.
59 degrees? That's unseasonably warm. Okay. So anyway, this is what we're working on. I'm going to work on her outfit, and I showed you last night what I was probably the colors that I'm going to be using on her earrings. Okay, then the next project is I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. You can tell what kind of mood I'm in tonight, peeps. We've been working on Little Red Riding Hood. And this is from Kirby Roseanne's Dark Fairy Tales. And this is from Angry Bear. Hello, Sarah. Sarah, your boss says she's going to give you a present for your birthday on Monday. They just love you. Oh, how fun. Well, Julie, that's what we do, and that's what I teach is the details. That's what makes it in your pictures stand out, along with blending. Okay. So let me move a couple things around here. Any questions about this piece before I start up on it? Now, get your paper towel for underneath your hand. So Angie says, ILene, when you were showing the book Romantic Country, you should read about how she draws her pictures. Okay. We can do that. Hello, Carly. Julie, I absolutely love it that you're here. That is so cool. Okay. So there's my paper towel. Here's my scratch pad. Let's get coloring. Now, Julie, you did say that you were able to print this out, right? Yes, but you can see the printer lines. But it's okay as I'm learning what paper do you use. Cardstock. Ecoline watercolor. Okay. Listen, the reason that you may have printer lines is that you need to clean your print heads. Sarah, you're getting ready to start the cow and the tutus. It's special to me because my Bessie had a stuffed cow, and when I lost my rabbit, my grandmother bought me the cow stuffed before she got sick. Oh. Okay, Julie, you really need to lighten up on your coloring. You really need to stop strangling your pencils. Listen, Julie, if you come in heavy when you're coloring, you totally remove your ability to make the nuanced adjustments on your piece. Not even to mention that it's hard on your pencils. Sarah, you're learning to not be heavy-handed, and it's hard, but you can do it. Okay. Auntie, she remembers when she used to grind her pencils. Hello, Grace. Oh, and that's right, your pencils don't last as long. Okay, so I'm going to work some blues on the sweater. That's right, and always turn your pencil. I am so tickled that you guys are feeding all that back to me. Okay, here's my dark blue. Here's my medium blue. There's my light blue. Okay, so let's start up on her sweater, which really is the last thing I want to color in this heat. Well, Angie, you want to be careful though about using the ivory all the time because as your base color, because that's going to lighten your overall picture and it can cut away or distract from the intensity of your pencils. So Julie, print your or clean your print heads and see if that gets rid of that streaking. Okay, so Julie, here we have dark areas. We have medium areas here. And then on the very outside, light areas, kind of like a shine area. So since you've never done grayscale before, I want to specifically show you this. And then you can start catching on. Okay, so here's my dark blue. Now, also remember, even when you have black areas in your grayscale, you still color over it with whatever color scheme you're using. All right. And we're just going to color in little circles. And when I pick up my pencil, I'm going to slightly turn it to keep that point on my pencil as long as possible. So there's my dark. Now, medium. And I'm going to back blend into my dark to what? Eliminate that line. Between my dark color and my medium. It's called blending. Let me get in between these little dots here. Huh? Stitch marks. Julie, what kind of printer do you have? Okay, now, Canon Pixma TR4550. Okay. Google how to clean the print heads. Not now, of course. Okay. Now, I want you to notice that right near the elbow, we're getting back into our dark color. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Woo! Okay, I'm healthy. 3 sneezes. Oh, tissue, tissue, tissue. Thank you, Maggie, Angie, and Tammy. All right. Hold on a second. There you go. So here's our darker color. And then back to our medium. And again, notice how I'm blending into that edge and going actually right over the top where I just put the dark. And that way we have a nice smooth transition between the shades. Sarah says, my sister gave me a light box for your diamond painting. Oh. And a thing of 88 different eyeshadows. Only one broker? What is broker? Remember, guys, you always want to put your pencil color on in stages. So notice how when I'm coloring, I go back over the areas. Oh, and only one broke in. Okay, I gotcha. Now, right in that little area next to our bow, we're going to go in with a little bit of dark. And I accidentally misled you. You don't want to color in that area between these two lines. That's actually part of the ribbon. My bad. Julie, take a look. What do you think? Okay. Then our lightest blue is along this edge here. Julie, are you coloring along with me tonight? So here's our lightest color on the outside. Now, let's do the sleeve here. Okay, Jonah. See you tomorrow. Take care. Now, we've got our dark blue behind the ribbon. And then our medium blue. On the rest of this. And then we're blending away those edges between the two colors. Blending, 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 rawhide. Angry bear, angry bear. Hi, angry bear. Okay. Angry Bear, have you been looking at the progress that I've been making on Little Red Riding Hood? Okay, now here's our dark. You're all caught up on Little Red Riding Hood. Good. Yeah, give me a second, Sarah. I'd be glad to pull out. I'm just doing my little rib things here. Okay. And while I'm looking at this, Sarah, did you see what you needed to see? I missed my blue area in between the hair on the left-hand side. Now, there's medium blue there and a little bit of dark blue. Sarah, what do you need to see yet? Here's our medium blue on this side. Oh, you just wanted to look at it. Okay. Okay, now we got a little pattern here. So I'm going to go in between those lines with my medium blue. And then we've got a little bit of darker blue here. Guys, what do I always tell you? Sweat the details. And then we've got our medium coming over here. Now, when you guys post images, I want to see how you've addressed the detail in them. That's how I can tell that you're picking up on all this. Okay, now I'm going to come in with a little bit of dark because we've got some shadow by that sleeve. And then back to our medium. All right. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now, let's go on the other side of her arms. Let me pull out a little bit so you can get oriented. Medium blue in between. And again, when you pick up your pencil, do that little turn. Julie, just think of all the money we're going to save you now that you learn how to not use up your pencils so fast. Okay, now we have a little bit of medium right here. And then we have our dark. Along that pattern of the blouse. That's right, Sarah, she'll have money for embellishments. Okay, medium color. Now, sometimes when I get into a super dark area, I'll put medium on it instead of dark. just so it doesn't disappear, but don't let that confuse you. All right, let's get this dark outline here. Okay. ILene, listen to Julie. She needs stuff. Yes, she does. Julie, we'll be glad to help you with that. All right. Here's my light, which is the outside of my sleeve. Here's my dark. And as you can see, it doesn't matter which shade you use first. Although in this instance, I'm using my dark and my light, and then I'll fill in with my medium. That's right, Julie, we are enablers. Okay. Now, let's get our medium in here. Again, blend away those edges between colors. Julie, can you see how blending is so important? All right. Let me pull out so you can get an idea how this puppy's looking. You can blend pastels, but not so good with colored pencils. You'll get there. Okay. Now I'm going to pop back up to the collar for a minute. So I put my dark in. So here's my light on the end. And then we'll come in with our medium. And notice how I'm going right over that dark. See how I'm coloring in little circles? Not too shabby. Julie, you've got Messenger, don't you? On Facebook? Okay, Julie, take a quick picture of what you've done so far. Let me see if I can find you. Hey, Julie, let me show you my handle on Messenger. And Julie, you're already you're a member of the group, right? I don't know if you can read that. Or you can go right into the group and find my name there and just send me a message. Let's do it that way. Okay. Oh, good. You just sent it? Okay, Maggie, thank you. All right, I haven't received anything yet. Let's see what's going on. All right. Now, I'm going to take a metallic gold pencil This one happens to be a Brett Funner. Yeah, I should be getting a request. Julie, have you posted in the group? Yeah, Julie, just post a GIF in the group. And I'll tap on your name and I'll send you a message. Okay, Maggie, thank you. Okay, gold. Just put a cute little GIF in there. Maybe you could say hello from Scotland. Okay. And check out how cool that gold is looking. And I'm going to take my gold and that little star that's down there. We'll go ahead and make that gold. Okay. Now, you're going to want to stop coloring a minute because I'm going to use some rhinestones, and if you don't have rhinestones, you can't do this. But you can use glitter. So I'm going to take my light blue and I'm very lightly going to color over these lines here. Now again, you want to hold off doing that. And then I'm going to use my rhinestones to add a little bit of decoration on the sweater. And yes, I will be coloring the left-hand side of that sweater in a few minutes. All right. Light blue. Isn't that beautiful? Now, again, if you don't have rhinestones, use glitter. Now I'm going to go back to the center. I'm going to finish that gold pattern. And yes, Julie, they are wee. Okay. They are 2mm sized rhinestones. All right. There's the one edge. There's the other. Now, the reason you don't see this double line on this other sleeve is because the hair is covering it up. Now, let me pull out. And I'm going to add a few more of the rhinestones scattered on the blouse. Hold on, gotta get a few more. And let's get some up here by the collar. All right, let me pull out. What do you think? Now remember, if you don't like something, you just say, not my cup of tea. Okay. Now I'm going to do the bottom part here of the blouse or shirt, whatever you want to call it. Here's my dark. Julie, you use glitter pen. Now, there's my dark. Grace, you're using iridescent paint. Okay, now, I want to show you Julie's picture. Check it out. And this is from someone who's never done grayscale before. Isn't that beautiful? Julie, very, very nice. You should be proud of yourself. And Julie, anybody in this group will tell you that I don't give false compliments. All right. So, Julie, what do you think of grayscale so far? Okay. Now, let's put our medium in. Again, we're going to blend out that transition between our dark and our medium. Julie, trust me, once you get going on grayscale, you'll get very comfortable with line art. And in fact, I did a broadcast where I did a side-by-side image of a grayscale and a line art image. Now I'm going to put medium here inside my little loops for the moment. And then I've got my light color right on that edge. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and add a few more of our rhinestone dots. Hallelujah. Amen, amen. Sing it with me. Stephanie. Oh, I'm having way too much fun. All right. Oh, Stephanie, how was your dinner? Okay. Now I'm going to come in with some topaz rhinestones. Translation gold. Oh, BJ's Brewery. Good. Oh, by the way, I read in the news that Val Kilmer died. He was in Top Gun, was a close friend of Tom Cruise. Avocado rolls, boneless wings, and root beer sauce. Now, you guys know that I always tell you, don't get stupid with your add-ons. Julie, you remember having root beer years ago in Canada. I loved it. Nothing here tastes like it. Oh. You know, I haven't had root beer in years only because I don't drink sodas or pop anymore. Haven't for years. Okay, check out this topaz on the very bottom. I would say root beer and ginger ale are my faves. Maggie, Larry loves root beer. Over ice cream, right? Oh my gosh, I used to have root beer floats. Stephanie, you really like these rhinestones? Some of the ones you've done I didn't care for. Yep, not your cup of tea. All right, let me pull out. Yeah, that's what I gathered, that the sauce was made from root beer, not a drink. Yep, yep, yep. Isn't that beautiful? Now, as I always tell you, don't get stupid with your add-ons. Okay. Now, I'm going to do one more thing. Oh, sometimes we cook a ham in cola. Or in brew in a slow cooker. Yeah, slow cooker, crock pot. It's lovely and tender. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the earring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of flesh tone on top of that earring. Now, the reason that I do that is because I want the earring at the moment to blend in with the skin. In Brew is a soda from Scotland, orange and hard to describe. And by adding this color, it prepares the surface for whatever I'm going to glue to it. In other words, it dulls down the gray. Okay. Let's take a look at what this stuff is. So Irn-Bru is a Scottish carbonated soft drink, often called Scotland's other national drink. Julie, what's the first national drink of Scotland? Or what is the national drink of Scotland? Known for its unique sweet and fruity flavor, and is manufactured by A.G. Barr. Launched in 1901 by A.G. Barr in Scotland. Irn-Bru has a distinctively sweet and fruity flavor with notes of citrus and a hint of vanilla. Often described as a blend of cream soda and orange lifesavers with a hint of rust. Okay. Oh, Irn-Bru. Yeah, Val died from pneumonia, but I'm sure it's cancer. Oh, yeah. Ingredients: carbonated water, sugar, citric acid, flavorings including caffeine, ammonium ferric citrate, and quinine. Sweeteners: aspartame, and I can't even pronounce that other stuff. Produced in Westfield, Cumbernauld, North Lancashire by A.G. Barr. Originally called Iron Brew and intended to help steel workers through their hard days. Oh, that's interesting. The name was changed to Iron Brew in 1946 due to branding laws. Yeah, when Val did the last movie with Tom Cruise, he could barely talk. Oh, it's a good hangover cure. Whoa. The company was established in 1875 as an aerated water business. So anyway, there's the information. Iron Brew's old slogan was "Made in Scotland from girders." All right, we've learned something. Thank you, Julie. What is Scotland's national drink?
Here's an answer from JillianKyle.com.
Oh, whiskey has been distilled in Scotland since early 1494, and it's well known as across the world as Scotland's national drink. Okay, so Julie, the answer is whiskey. And if you're wondering why I'm putting up all this information, it's because Julie's from Scotland. And I got curious as to what her Iron Brew was. And of course, there's a picture of the can. So, Julie, are you feeling loved? Oh, now that I didn't know. Stephanie says Val didn't talk. His son voiced his lines. Oh, Julie, you don't like Iron Brew. Okay. Oh, we get the most interesting conversations. Julie, I told you I was a little weird. Okay. Let me get her earring in. Okay, so the closest color that I have to that earring. Oh, you meant that you like Iron Brew, not whiskey. Oh, I thought you were talking about Iron Brew. I'm glad you clarified that. Okay, let's get her earring here. Isn't that pretty? I'm happy with it. Okay, let me pull out because I need to change projects. Here's where we are so far. Any questions? Stephanie, I didn't want to go with pink because we've got a lot of pink on this already. See, Julie, you'll just have to ship me some of that soda. And then I can try it on air. Just kidding. Any questions? Tam Tam, good night. Oh, too much fun tonight. Oh, you can buy it over there. I know my cousin in Michigan can buy it. Oh, okay, Julie. I'll look it up and see where we can get it. Where I can get it. Okay. Dark Fairy Tales, Kirby Roseanne's. Oh, Julie, look at this. Good night, Julie. Iron Brew, a Scottish soft drink, is available in the United States, though it's not as readily available in Scotland, and the U.S. formulation differs to meet FDA regulations. And you can get it on Walmart. Iron Brew in the U.S. has been formulated since 2002 to comply with FDA regulations regarding food coloring using alternative colorants. Oh, guys, don't tell me you're frozen. Sweet and fruity flavor described as a mix of cream soda and bubble gum with a hint of orange. Oh. Julie, you're not frozen? Okay. Angry Bear, you're fine. Yeah, my screen is not frozen. Okay. Take care, Julie. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of coloring on the trees. I still have the rest of the wolf to do. But you guys know I like to move around sometimes just to get context to the picture. I'm searching through my water-based markers. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. Now I'm going to start with these trees right here. And I'm going to pull a dark medium and light brown. Let me swatch the colors for you. And we want to go pretty dark on this. Dark, medium, and light. And I want you to notice that my medium is a reddish brown. Okay, Sarah, welcome back. Oh, Stephanie, you gave your our class info to about 4 different people who were interested in grayscale in chats today. Don't know if they've come in. I don't know. They could be lurking. Okay. Let's work up these trees. Now, I want you to notice, yeah, Stephanie, I saw that you had done that on Reddit, I think it was. So I'm going to start with my lightest color here. Look how beautiful brown. Oh, that's one place that you've been doing it, Stephanie? That's great. So appreciated. But, you know, of course, the people being in here is more for their benefit than mine. We want them to come in and enjoy a place that we have a lot of fun. Now, what do I always tell you? Take your time. Okay. Next tree. Yeah, I wish we could find someone in a reporter that would like to do a human interest story on the group. That would be fun. And that would help people find the group. Okay. Now, as you know by now, there's always a method to my madness. But let me finish this tree part. Hold on, I got a little part I missed. Okay, there's my light. Then I'm going to go back down here. And I'm going to come in with my medium, and we're going to start detailing our tree. Now, you know that I always recommend when you color a tree, do the darker part in the crotch of the branches. Now, notice how I'm also doing the darker color on one side of the tree. And then we're going to come up here, right in that little crotch there. And then I'm going to come in with my dark up here. And again, right in the crotch of those branches. All right, back to my medium. Notice how I'm coloring in some of the divots of the tree, and that gives us our depth. I'm actually going to come in with my dark brown in this area of the tree, and that's going to make it look like there's a hole in there. And that's exactly what I want. All right. Darkest color. And notice how that darkest color makes for some interesting gnarliness of the tree. Now, you want that tree to be as expressive as possible. All right. Here's our second tree next to this first one. Kirby has already made that dark area for us. And don't hesitate to add your own shading and shadowing in order to make this thing look gnarly. All right, let's pull out and take a look at these puppies. What do you think so far? Okay, Payne's Gray. Now, our trees in the background are going to be what? Darker than the trees in the foreground, right? So let's go ahead and take our Payne's Gray and we're going to shade these up to be darker. Now, I want you to notice that I'm tinting in this Payne's Gray. And this is where it gets very important that you have control of the way that you apply your colors to your page. If you are heavy-handed, you're going to have problems with these trees. All right. Now, I'm even going to come in with some black. And these little holes here. And divots. I'm going to give them extra special attention. Any question? Skim your Payne's Gray. Now, if I find a dark area that I particularly like, my Linda, so glad to see you. Again, I'm just going to add in that Payne's Gray where I want those holes to be on the tree. These are pretty gnarly trees. Number 13. Okay. Any question about how we're making these trees look really cool? Okay, light tinting of our grayscale. My Linda, tell us something fun. And guys, if you're so inclined, please hit that like button. And notice how I'm emphasizing the gray in the middle of this tree here. So not only am I tinting over the top, but I'm adding a specific dark spot. Guys, play with it. Okay. We have a big tree here in the foreground. So now we need to select colors of our dark, medium, and light that are lighter in that range. Oh, let's go with the lighter yet. Okay. Our dark, our medium, and our light. Now I'm going to swatch next to the dark, medium, and light that I used on the tree a minute ago. And that way you can see the difference. There's our dark. There's our medium. There's our light. Any questions? Definitely a different scale of our browns. Darker browns here, lighter browns here. Okay. Let me grab another rubber band so I don't mix up my browns. So let's go ahead and start this tree. And as I've told you before, it doesn't matter whether you start in your light, your medium, and your dark. It's wherever it helps you see the overall scheme the best. So I'm going to start out with my light. All right. Now let's pop up to the top here. My Linda, can you tell us something fun tonight? Okay, let's work down this tree a little more. And let's go off to this side branch here. And then I'm going to go right to my medium on either side. And we'll come back. And notice now how I'm blending in this secondary color on top of my light color. Any question how I'm getting this dimension? Alrighty, let's scooch over this way. Okay. Medium color. And let's slide over a little more. And guys, I didn't ask you earlier, but what are you coloring while I'm doing this? Angry Bear, you're coloring this with me? Cool. Angry Bear, I am so glad that you got this book for the group. Now remember guys, this is my medium. Well, I'll tell you, this is definitely spooky. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with my light. I'm sorry, I've already used my light. I misspoke. I'm going to come in with my dark. And then I'm going to come in between with my medium. Okay. And back up to the top. With my medium. Look how cool this looks. And I want you to immediately notice the color scheme difference between this and our background. So keep that in mind. Background trees are what? Darker. Okay, I've got a couple more minutes. What do you guys think of this color differentiation? Does it make sense to you? Okay, light. Angry Bear, were you aware of the idea the trees in the background should be darker? Okay, I was just curious. Okay, there's our light. Here's our medium. So, Angry Bear, does that make sense to you? Now, I want you to notice that I'm not just filling in this medium on this medium spot, I'm bringing it down a little bit. I do not want you to color in a chug and plug manner. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with my dark. And I'm going to work that area right next to the tree because of the natural shadow of the branch. And I'm even going to pop in a little bit, not much, of Payne's Gray. Properly blended in, of course. Okay. Let me pull out. Look how cool that's looking. Questions, comments? Okay, guys, I'm going to call it an evening. I think we got a good do on this. I'll get back to the wolf in a little while, but I wanted to start adding our background here. So we've got this. And we've got our little sweater girl. And we decided her name was going to be Kelly. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. Love on each other. That's what we're known for. Please send Mamie a text. She's still feeling under the weather. I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Please share this broadcast. Please hit that like button. Have a great rest of the evening. I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. And we learned some Scottish culture. Okay, guys, take care. Till tomorrow night, then. Bye.